Lori here. I'm here to do my October TBR. I love the month of October. I really do like Halloween. I'm also love the fact that New York City Comic Con is in the month of October. I'm actually heading there this week, and I always tend to come up with a lot of arcs and books, so I'm really excited about that. But here is my tentative TBR. New York City Comic Con always kind of changes it a little bit. And I've been on a very good kick reading all of my like creepy or my fall TBR books, so hopefully I will continue doing that. And there are a bunch in this video, so let's dive into it. I just want to talk about the two books I'm in the middle of reading first. The first one is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Matterhorn. About 100 pages left in this book. I got this at BEA last year, and it is about a witch and a witch hunter. And I have about 100 pages left. Really enjoying it. When I do finish this, it's definitely going to be one of my favorite reads of that month because so far I'm adoring it. Regardless of when I finish it, I will talk about it in my October reading wrap up. So keep a nose out for that. And I'm also listening to Captive by Catherine Oxenberg. I really like true crime. I think I've said that before. But if you didn't hear about Nexium, it's a cult that has been going on for the past couple of years. And Catherine Oxenberg is like a famous actress, and her daughter kind of got sucked in to the cult. So I'm like listening to her story about it. It's really, really a captivating lesson, and I've been listening to that for like 3 days. But that's the stuff that I'm currently reading, which I hope to finish between today and tomorrow. And the books for the Time Warp YA Book Club that I run, the link will be in the description box, is Everless, now that we just finished the Throne of Glass series, and Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. So those are the two books that we will be reading this month. And now let's get into the other books in my TBR. Last month I did wind up reading 15 books, so I always add a couple of more, and I don't know if I'm going to read all these books, but these are the books that I have planned. I have been getting much better about reading the Owl Crate book. So the Owl Crate book for the month of September was The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. This is the same author that wrote The Hearts That We Sold. That was a former Owl Crate book as well, and I really wound up liking this. But this is about a map maker. It's about, I think this one's about a map maker, a grave digger, and I think that there's zombies. I think this cover's so pretty too. I really don't know much about it. I tend to want to go into these books a little bit blind, but this is definitely like a creepy read, so I really hope that I like it. This cover is so pretty. Another book that I wound up tossing on my TBR was The Map from Here to There by Emily Lord. I wound up reading The Start of Me and You over the summer because I had this arc. I got this from Bloomsbury at BEA, and this is the sequel to it. And I'm really excited. I hope that I like it. I really wound up liking that story a lot, so hopefully I do enjoy the sequel. I also won an arc of Sisters of Shadow and Light by Sarah B. Larson. This book is from Tor, and it comes out in November 2019. And this is about a fantastical tale about the bond between sisters and the powerful magic that could tear them apart. I know that Alexa Loves Books give a really interesting summary about this book, so I really hope that I enjoy it. Going along with the Owl Crate theme, I wound up picking up, I got this from Owl Crate Jr., but Tunnel of Bones is the sequel to City of Ghosts, and I actually wound up really liking it last year, and this is another creepy read. I think this book, they go to Edinburgh? No, this one they go to Paris. Sorry, yeah, this one they go to Paris. So I'm really hope that I like it, and it's actually really, really short, too. It's like, let's see how many pages is this book. This book is like literally just under 300 pages. So hopefully I like this one as well, because I remember really liking City of Ghosts. And then another book on my TBR is Winterwood by Shara Onshore. And the first book was Wicked Deep that I really wound up liking. And this book is set in a forest, I think. And I got this. This comes out in November. And this book, I got this at BEA as well. And I wound up really loving The Wicked Deep. So hopefully I like this one. I don't want to know anything going into it. I just know that it's set in a wood. So. Another middle grade book that I wound up picking up was The Good Thieves by Catherine Reindell. This was a book that was a former Owl Crate Jr. pick, I think, for the month of August. And I tend to, when I go to New York City Comic Con, I tend to read quicker books, so this one might be perfect. And again, this is a much shorter read. This is barely, it's not even 300 pages. I think it's like 260 pages. So it will be a very, very quick read once I get it. But this is about when Vita's grandfather's mansion is taken away. Vita knows it's up to her to make things right. With the help of Pickpocket and her new circus friend, she creates a plan, break into the mansion, steal back was rightfully her grandfather's, expose the real estate tycoon for the crook he really is, and it's set in 1920s Manhattan. That sounds so awesome. This is a book that I did want to borrowing from my friend Sarah, Loki, Where Mischief Lies. She wound up getting this at BEA last year, and I tend to read stuff a little bit faster than her. If I complete this, this will be the first Marvel imprint book that I've ever read. So yeah, and I really do like Loki. I'm so excited for his show that's going to come out on Disney Plus soon. But yeah, this is another book that I wound up adding to my TBR. I was so sad that I didn't wind up reading Never Seen last month in September because I've been doing so good reading a book of The Keeper of the Lost Cities book series every month. But I'm definitely going to read this in October and just keep going because I'm still like 5 books behind and I just really enjoyed the series. TBR is Grave Maidens by Kelly Kuhn. This book comes out in December and it's the Trojan Maidens, Two Lovely Sisters, One Dark Tradition. And I think that this has to do with in the walled city, Aluna come out and want something more than to become accomplished sailor her father used to be before her family was cast out of their privileged life in shame. When Alu's real Camel's beautiful little sister Naya is chosen as one of the 3 sacred maidens to join him in the afterlife, it's an honor, a tradition, and Namia believes it's her chance to live the intern that was stolen from her. But Kama sees the selection for what it is, a death sentence. Desperate to save her sister, Kama schemes her way into the palace. There she discovers more danger lurking in the sandstone corridor that she's ever imagined, and her own life and heart are at risk. But Kamaya will stop at nothing to dig up the palace's various secrets, even if it means sacrificing everything, including herself. This cover was so pretty, and it's like a very very short read. I think it's about 400 pages, but it sounds really interesting, and I love books that deal with healing, and healing characters. So really hope I like it. Another, fall-ish theme is Sam Saves the Night in Sleepwalkers. And it's about this girl who she really can't have friends or a life because her nightly sleepwalking jaunts. Um, so when her mom takes her wacky strip mall space, Sam is wary but 100% in. That night after Dr. works his mojo, Sam wakes up outside her body watching herself sleep. But when she gets over the panic attack, she realizes there's a whole world of detached sleepers out there. So this is about like kids who can't sleep, I think. And that sounds really cool. And again, like I love Disney books so much. This book is just under 300 pages. Another really, really fast-paced read once I dive into it. But yeah, that sounds really, really cool. And this book comes out in October as well. This book is a super early read. I talked about this in my book haul, and I decided I'm definitely going to add this to my TBR. But this is The Hummingbird Dagger, and it's about a lord who winds up finding a lady, and she winds up saving her life after she was almost run over by a carriage. And then she can't remember her past, so they kind of go on an adventure to try to figure out what her past is, I think. But this doesn't come out till April 20. Oh, April. Oh, it's already out. This came out in April 2019, but I thought it said 2020. But yeah, so hopefully I like it. It's been out for a while, but this sounds perfect for like Halloween, like a great Halloween read. It's like another murder mystery, so hopefully I like it. And then the next one that I wound up still was on my September TBR. It didn't wind up getting read was The Gray Share by Kim Liggett. From what I understood, this is a tour book, and this is basically like The Handmaid's Tale, but for the YA set. So I know that it has to do with magic or madness. I don't really know anything about it, honestly, but I know that it has to do with magic, so I'm all in from the get go. Another book that was on my September TBR was The Beast by Ali Condi and Brandon Reich, and this is the sequel to The Dark Deep. I wound up really liking The Dark Deep last year. Love the Stranger Things as a TV show, but I'm really excited to dive back into the world with these characters. And the next 2 books are new, and they are books that I can keep reading for these series. Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I did like Renegades. I didn't love it, but I never got around to reading it. And I'm definitely gonna get a copy of Supernova. So, I'm going to get it signed from me. So I really do need to read it and see if I like this book a little bit better. And then I've heard so many good things about Five Dark Fates that I really do need to read. Two Dark Reigns by Kendra Blake. So yeah, I really would like to dive into the series and complete it. So yeah, so those are the books that I hope to tackle this month. Who knows when New York City Comic Con what books I will actually wind up reading and how my TBR will change. But this is just my tentative TBR. Let me know in the comments what are some books you're really excited to read and what books you're excited to see me review. I would definitely recommend following me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box because you see my more immediate thoughts as I'm reading. And any fun things that wind up happening at Comic-Con, I tend to take a lot of pictures. So be sure to follow me over there, and I'll talk to you guys in the end of October for my reading wrap-up. Bye.